for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And Doris, one thing we should expect from these teams, a sense of urgency to prove themselves.
You know, Brian, coaches will talk about earning the right to win. And sometimes when you're struggling, confidence can be dinged. The way to beat that, throw yourself into the game.
Outside Nesmith. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Siakam. And he buries his first look.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
Pass to Wilson. Marketed from long range. It's rebounded by Indiana. Takes a step back. Siakam outside. Nesmith on the wing. Here's the three. It's good. And give the assist to Siakam.
Boy, Aaron Nesmith has put in the work on his shot, and it is paying dividends. That's a big-time bucket.
To the middle. Here's Wilson. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Boy, nice pass. A little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Siakam outside. Pass to Halliburton. Back to White. Launches it. Kessler with a rebound. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Will Hardy gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Coach showed nothing but respect for Derek White. He told me White is the ultimate glue guy. He's not worried about his stats. Instead, he fills in the gaps and does whatever is necessary to help his team win. He is truly an unselfish player. Brian, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Halliburton with the ball. Guarded now by George. There's Nesmith with the three. Knocks down the triple.
Aaron Nesmith had his feet ready, his hands were ready to catch the basketball, and as soon as it touches his fingertips, he lets it fly.
Watson. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Grant. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have two gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
Nails it from three.
What you love about Tyrese Halliburton is the consistency from the perimeter. This guy can make deep shots.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
This is one of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Siakam outside. Over Markkanen. Siakam, no good.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact. Boy, just a tough time making shots, only 1 for 5. They just need to settle in here.
And Nesmith gets it to go.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string. Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
Siakam outside. Pass to Nesmith. Now here's Claxton. It's a nice passing by Indiana here. And here's Markkanen. Fades. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. Pacers leading by 10. Here's Halliburton. Fires for three. Wilson grabs the board.
And Lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Back to George. Some solid defense from Claxton.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
White looking it over. From deep. He can't hit that time.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
It's stolen by Halliburton. Launches a three. Utah grabs the miss.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Here's Markkanen. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Indiana. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Halliburton. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Nice shot by George.
Seeing the opening, George does not hesitate. I mean, just a great move.
Pass to Halliburton. Inside. Outside Nesmith. Three-pointer. Another three for Indiana.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Here's George. Now here's Kessler. It's Watson on the wing. The three is up. It's rebounded by Indiana. Halliburton surveys the floor. Pass to Walker. All alone. And Indiana again with the bucket.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Take the opportunity to regroup. Jazz trail by 14. Now George. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
And there's a pick. Pass to Huff. From deep. Huff. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pacers lead by 16.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
The Jazz again can't hit. Halliburton with the ball. To the inside. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
There's Nesmith with the three. Knocks down the long J. Nesmith's got 15.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Here's George. Good. Third basket in 6 attempts.
Well, just exceptional use of the pick and roll by Keontae George. Allows the play to develop there.
Wide open look. Kessler with a rebound.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
High arcing shot. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in.
You simply have got to box out Walker Kessler. This guy gets a lot of his offense from second chance opportunities.
Poke loose. George with a steal. Jumps up. And the jam by George.
Hustle plays like that are crucial right now. Have to convert on every turnover you get.
Lets the three fly. Wilson grabs the board. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Bailey. And it's Utah scoring again. Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
Halliburton outside. There's Nesmith with the three. Rebounded by Bailey. You know, just watching him, Aaron Nesmith seems like the kind of energetic player teams love to have, Boris.
Exactly right, B.A., and there's a reason. He's got size and strength. He is very willing defensively to mix it up with a level of physicality that is special. But maybe the most important thing, there's a competitive edge and toughness about this guy that I love.
To the paint. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. That one on Kessler. Indiana shooting their first foul shot of the game.
Jay Huff. 1 shot.
Here's Markkanen. Pass to Exum. Markkanen sets a screen. Here's Bailey. This one for three. Sinks it from distance. Bailey's got 5 now.
Well, Dante Exum doing a little bit of everything right now. Pretty pass.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Back to Walker. And Indiana misses again.
That's a breakdown defensively right there, folks. He just could not make them pay.
Here's Bailey. 1 second left. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. The Pacers out in front, up by 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Fires the three. Pascal Siakam with the rebound. Pacers leading by 11. Pass to White. And here's Walker. Back to White. Wilson grabs the board. And the Jazz with possession. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits. 7 points in the game.
Well, listen, he may not be lights out, but if you give him that good a look, he's going to hurt you.
Here's White. Got a piece of it. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's Bailey. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5. Indiana leading. Siakam outside. The three is up. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Bailey. Walker with some nice D. And out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Here's Wilson. He's got 7. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Exum. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Pass to Claxton. Now here's Siakam. 5 to shoot. Rebounded by Bailey. Jazz trail by 6. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Wilson. They set the screen. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pass to White. Now here's Siakam to stop the drought. Fires in the triple. Siakam's got 5.
A guy who can work the whole arc. Smooth corner shot by Pascal.
Pass to Watson. For 3. Sinks the tray.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Walker. Goes back up. The putback. The kick out to White. The 3 ball. It's rebounded by George.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And he can't bank that one in.
Oh, the analytics department is smiling after that one.
Siakam outside. Down low. Claxton. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. Utah making a switch here. Well, Grant, we know teams are hunting triples like never before. What's the line before you get a little 3 happy, though?
Well, B.A., I don't care how well you're shooting it. If you have an opportunity to get to the rim, you have to take it.
To the paint. Here's Kessler. And the layup is good off the glass. Kessler's got his second basket of the game.
We are talking 7 foot, 245 pounds. You better be able to finish it, Mr. Kessler.
Back to White. Screen by Claxton. The three. White can't hit.
Well, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
George with the bucket.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Pacers leading by 4. Now here's Halliburton. Siakam the screen. And it's blocked by Kessler.
Boy, there is a reason this guy has led the league in blocks. Walker Kessler sent it back.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Siakam. And Indiana misses again.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
George scanning the floor. Utah moving the ball around. From downtown. And it's Tyrese Halliburton with the rebound. And Halliburton has got the ball here for Indiana. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Outside White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Sometimes you anticipate that contact is coming and you have to take it. Nice job by White to hang in there.
And for head coach Rick Carlisle, this is the 3rd stint with the Indiana Pacers.
He begins as an assistant coach with them back in 1997, leaves the organization, but returns as the head coach in 2003, leaves after 2007, and then back in 2021, and now, of course, the winningest coach in franchise history.
Jazz trail by 6. Pass to Kessler. Back to George. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's on Nick Claxton.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
And the Pacers are aptly named, Doris. They are looking to get out and run.
Oh, B.A., this is a fun basketball style to watch. Very up-tempo, pass first, a lot of ball movement, a lot of player movement. They have the depth to wear out their opponent. And if you listen to the guys who play against them, what they admire most is their consistent commitment to this identity. They are locked in on who they are and how they win.
Pass to Huff. Now Halliburton. Tries again. Here's Huff. Back to Williams. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Kessler. The 10th pick in 2021. Zaire Williams fits that mold everyone is looking for, Doris. The tall, rangy wing.
B.A., I think you can obviously, the physical potential is there. As far as this guy's efficiency and decision-making, that's a work in progress, and the only way to get there is with repetition for Zaire.
Here's Markkanen. Nails the 16-footer. Markkanen's got his second basket.
Boy, Markkanen looking really confident in the mid-range. We're accustomed to seeing him want the three-point shot, but take what the defense gives you.
Pass to White. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Triple! Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
George outside. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And the Pacers making a change here. Pacers leading by 7. Outside Walker. Pass to Huff. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Huff's got 10.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Markkanen outside. Let's go with a 3. That's what he does. Lauri Markkanen.
Give him credit. Improving in the second quarter. Just great adjustments.
Pass to Siakam. From the baseline. That's short off the rim. Jazz trail by 7. Markkanen inside. For 3, Collier. The Pacers pull it in. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Here's Halliburton. Inside, Halliburton gets it to fall.
Well, that's a nice finish by Tyrese Halliburton. Again, he's so big and long, he can finish in the painted area.
Pass to Filipowski. Jacks up a 3. And he buries his first look.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Back over to you guys.
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie.
An emphatic finish by Mr. Siakam. Yes, sir.
Outside Dick. Beyond the arc. Another 3 for Utah.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Pass to Huff. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. Huff's got 12 points. There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Here's Markkanen. It's deflected. Second chance effort. And he lays it up and in. And now it's a 9-point Pacer lead.
And their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
Pass to Bailey. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Who's watching here?
Fires the 3. That one no good. And so that's the end of the first half. Indiana ahead, leading by 9. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. So it's Utah now. 9-point game. Markkanen looking it over. George outside. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
At 6'4", guys, Keontae George brings both length and athleticism to both guard positions, and you love that on the defensive end, he can guard multiple as well.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They lead by 7. Pass to White. Back to Halliburton. The 3. Kessler with a rebound. And here's George. Inside, Wilson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
It's on Jarris Walker.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. Second half rolling along, about a minute played here. Outside White. Back to Halliburton. And Keontae George gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Utah on D. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Sent back. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. And it's the Pacers with the ball. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Siakam. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
And early on, growing up in Cameroon, Pascal Siakam originally trained to be a priest.
It's an incredible story, B.A., because his father sent him away to pursue that vocation, but in fact, Pascal was miserable. And it wasn't until he attended a basketball camp that he found love of the game, and the rest, as they say, is history.
A nice shot by Watson. Watson's got 6.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
Three-pointer, Halliburton. The Halliburton 3. What a response.
3.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Back to George. Puts it up. Again, Utah good for 2.
This is why you select Keontae George. This guy is very capable of huge offensive nights.
Pass to Claxton. And here's Halliburton. Halliburton using the vertical there.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
Fades and shoots. Again, Utah good for 2.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Nice job inside from Siakam.
Woo, just selling the defense on the pump fake.
Jazz trail by 6. George outside. From outside the arc. The rebound by Tyrese Halliburton.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
A nice shot by Watson. Watson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, when he's not beating you with the shot, George can absolutely beat you with the pass.
Pass to White. Lets it go from deep. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Siakam. White's got 5.
Derek White is a legit 3-point threat. I don't care where on the floor he is. You better contest.
For 3, George. Here's Wilson. And that one's good. He's got 11.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
Outside White. Pass to Siakam. Now here's Halliburton. Halliburton punching in. From the arc. Another 3 for Indiana.
3
back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. One of the things you love about Tyrese Halliburton, his clutch game.
You need your best players to be fearless in those moments and to play with a verve and a confidence that permeates the entire roster. And you've got to be a shot maker. Tyrese Halliburton is all of those things.
Here's Wilson. He's got 11. Utah with another miss.
And they've just built this lead by attacking the boards.
Outside White. Shot from the top of the key. And he hits the jumper for 2. And now it's a 10-point Pacer lead.
Well, that's the intelligence that Derek White plays with. This guy in pick-and-roll action always seems to make the right decision.
Here's Watson. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Watson's got 7 points here in the quarter. To the middle. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's White. Here he goes. And it's blocked by Kessler. Jazz trail by 8. Now Exum. No points yet. Watson. He buries it from 3.
Can't blame the deficit on him. He's been scoring at will this period.
Pass to Nesmith.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit. And that's 2 awful trips in a row resulting in turnovers.
Exum with it. Right side Watson. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Now just a 2-point Indiana lead.
I'll tell you, he comes out of the locker room, and all of a sudden, he's a different guy.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Left side Williams. Pass to Furphy. Clock is at 3. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Dante Exum. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Utah?
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
3-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Earlier in the game, they led by 19.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
And that's a foul called on Walker Kessler. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Now to the lineup for your Jazz, Lauri Markkanen.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Pass to Markkanen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. With the fadeaway. Good on the shot. Markkanen's got 11 points.
The fadeaway with no one on him. Looking for style points to go along with the real ones.
Outside, Williams. Some nice passing by Indiana here. And Claxton gets the bucket. And the Pacers lead by 6.
If you look at a shot chart of Nick Claxton, it's going to be painted heavy right there.
Markkanen outside. Pass to Bailey. Goes up on the wing. Claxton with a rebound. Pacers leading by 6. Screen by Claxton. Count that one. He's got 13.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Pass to Kessler. Now here's Markkanen. Williams defending. Here's Bailey. Markkanen sets a screen. Unable to get that one.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Right side, Neesmith. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. The Jazz again can't hit. The baseline, Jay. Kessler with a rebound. Jazz trail by 8. Markkanen outside. On the wing, Grady Dick. Just 5 on the clock. No good from outside. Fires from deep. The shot won't fall.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half. Hasn't found the range since.
The shot, no good. Indiana leading by 8. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
The first one falls.
They're really shooting better from the free throw line since halftime. That's a big plus if you're holding a late lead.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Outside Watson to get back on track. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
And Keontae George gets a whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Indiana.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Watson. It's good on the putback.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Pass to Furphy. Fires it from 18. Utah grabs the miss. Here's Wilson. He's got 11. Now here's George. And he banks in the layup. Now just a 5-point Indiana lead.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Halliburton. Siakam the screen. Over to the left wing. White for 3. 3-pointer goes up. 3-pointer goes down for White.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make sense.
Pass to Pirtle. Back to Markkanen. To the wing on the left. Takes the 3. Pure from 3-point range. Exum's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Dante Exum knocking down shots will put a smile on this team's face. He continues to work on the offensive end.
To the inside. And stolen by Dick. There's the 3. Keeps it alive. Pass to Bailey. From behind the arc. Siakam pulls down the board.
It's clear it's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Halliburton, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
They set a pick. Here's Bailey. Basket counts.
Well, at the rim, that's just a matter of size differential, right? That's usually the result.
And here's Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
It's Markkanen on the wing. Shoots over Siakam. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White. Utah making a switch here.
Deontay George.
Outside Dick. Utah moving the ball around. Clock at 6. George for 3. Buries it from 3. George has got 22.
Ooh, finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Okay, thank you, Allie. To the middle. Here's Wilson. And that one is hammered home.
There are no easy comebacks, but they really had to dig deep for this one.
Yeah, to start off with so many mistakes and still now find a way where everything's working, it allows their momentum and confidence to continue to build.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. You know, Grant, for a guy who started playing basketball at age 17, Siakam has put together quite the resume.
Yeah, B.A. Pascal is a champion. He's got multiple All-Star and All-NBA selections, and one of the great developmental stories when you think about his discovery through basketball without borders.
George outside. Pass to Wilson to take the lead. Offensive rebound. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Wilson grabs the board. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Trailing by 2. Pulls up on the wing. Claxton with a rebound.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Outside Neesmith. Puts up a 3. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
As the game has gone on, they've had trouble protecting the rock.
The Pacers making a switch here. George outside. Here's the pick. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Since halftime, either they've gotten sloppier or the defense has turned up.
Now the Pacers with it. Earlier in the game, they led by 19. Halliburton for 3. Kessler with a rebound.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Pass to George. Left side Dick. Shot clock at 5. Here's Markkanen. The putback. Kessler with a bucket. And it's all knotted up.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Halliburton outside. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Markkanen sets a screen. Here's George to take the lead. And he takes it up and lays it in. George has got 13 in the second half.
They're really working the paint now.
Pass to White. Takes the three. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
He's looked like a totally different player in the second half. That's his 3rd triple.
Inside. Here's Kessler. Rejected by Claxton.
This is why he's out there. Protect the paint at all costs. Nick Claxton send it back.
George, right side. Markkanen up top. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. And the Jazz lead by 2.
He's taking what he can get here as a 3 in each half.
Halliburton, no good.
I mean, I guess you can appreciate the confidence, but his three-point shooting has been brutal this half.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Bailey. Oh, nice D from Walker.
Might like a do-over there. Quality look inside.
Oh, Kessler with the block.
This guy is a constant threat on the defensive end. Send it back, Walker.
Now George. It's rebounded by Indiana. Halliburton with the ball. Pass to White. Here's Siakam. What a terrific move that is. Siakam's got 4 points in the quarter.
He's had terrific momentum all game. Pascal Siakam in his bag offensively.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. Pass to Wilson. And here's Kessler. Now here's Markkanen. 5 on the clock. From way back there, Markkanen.
Boy, he's been so efficient in this one. That helps your team in so many ways when you can put it in the basket.
Outside White. And it's blocked by Kessler.
Such a disruptive defender, Kessler, one of the best shot blockers this league has to offer.
6 on the shot clock. Indiana needs to get off a shot here. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment, in this game. You have to be on the same page.
Utah leading by 3. Markkanen outside. Now here's George. From deep. Another 3 for Utah.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Halliburton outside. White outside. Now Halliburton. Siakam the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Deflects the pass. Claxton fires. Ooh, the 3 doesn't go. Jazz leading by 6. And here comes the break. Haliburton outside. Oh, what a move!
This is where Haliburton keeps you off balance. Defense never sure if he's going to make a pass. That time he up-fakes you into a foul.
That one misses. And the second free throw is good. And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
Here's Wilson. 6 to shoot. Now Kessler. Rejected by Claxton.
My goodness, how quick off his feet is Nick Claxton?
Puts up the tray. Nope.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Now George. And out of bounds, the Pacers will take it.
Well, one guy's thinking zig, the other zag, and it's nothing good resulting.
Pacers trail by 5. And here's Haliburton. Now White. He shoots. No fear. Derek White, impressive.
Derek White, high pressure situation, no problem.
Outside Watson. Here's George. Marking it outside. Just 5 to shoot. Now Kessler. Let's loose for 3. Marking it outside. Now George. From deep. Yes, sir. From way outside.
Good balance and shooting mechanics give George that NBA range.
Haliburton outside. White outside. Siakam the screen. Fires the 3. Oh, the shot is off. And now we've got an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Markkanen. And he commits the intentional foul.
Fourth personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for your Jazz, Lauri Markkanen. Taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Guys, to me here we have a great example of what hard work can accomplish. Lauri Markkanen has made himself into one of the best offensive forces in the game.
And here's Indiana now.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
I'll tell you, it's never an easy point in the game, knowing whatever you do, you're still coming away with the L.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, just terrific job knocking these down in a big spot.
Oh, he can't hit a tough 3. Here's Wilson. So we see Utah get the win here. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Got the babes looking at me